What is up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another video. Now, this video is going to be interesting because we just found out quite a lot based on the exit interviews. I had to take myself some notes here, based on the interviews that Magic and Rob just had. So we're gonna have some news here to give to you guys in just a bit about the Lakers. How you guys doing? Welcome to live stream. And also, like I said, we found out quite some things. Now, I believe I know what direction the Lakers are going in this summer now, based on some of the comments, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later. Reserve your questions because I got some stuff to get off my chest here. Like I said, I took some notes, so I don't want to forget. But we learned so much from these exit interviews, guys. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the content I put out the last couple of days as well. If you haven't seen it, I put out my grading video for the Lakers as well as the end of the season mix. So check those out, man. I've been working overtime. So here goes. Exit interviews for the Lakers, man. Magic and Rob. Okay, so we know a couple of things just right off the bat. Breaking news. Lonzo and Kuzma will not be playing in the summer league. So we know that. They're going to save them and just have them work in the offseason. Just work hard and just hit the gym. So, yeah, pretty much that's about it. They're not going to be playing in the summer league. So I know some of you guys were asking me that question before the season ended, and I said I didn't know. So, yep, definitely. Hey, what's up, DS515? How you doing, bro? So that's interesting, because most of the years, those second-year players always come in and they play. They play in the summer league. So it's kind of funny how it's kind of funny how they're not going to play. Ingram's not going to play by default, I think, because he's a third-year player. Basically, what I mean is these players are not going to play because they already sold the Lakers on their promising future. Normally, players that play in the summer league are they're trying to impress their team, they're trying to earn more minutes, and they're trying to refine their game. Those are the three purposes of the summer league. So, this tells you that they really, really improved. They really impressed the coaching staff and the front office, the young players. We pretty much know what we have, and that's interesting to know, that they're sold based off of one rookie season. So, yep, the only person we are going to see is Josh Hart, probably because they want him to take more of a leadership role just in case we miss him free agency. So they also talked about how proud they were of the leap that Julius Randle made with his body and how it showed on the court. Now, they touched on how they want the rest of the young players, including and especially Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, to get stronger. That way they can, spend more time on the court than off. And pretty much that's what they were touching on. They said that they challenged all the young core to get stronger, just like Randle, to follow his model, right? To how he got stronger in one off season and just took his game to the next level. So yeah, we can expect a lot of videos coming out from our young players working out and getting stronger. So that's interesting. Also, Magic smiles when talking about July, right? He has this kind of innocence about him. When you look at Magic Johnson, he kind of gives away the truth. So he smiles. It's almost like he knows something we don't. But I'm not quite sure because they also mentioned how our success is not going to be predicated on this summer, on July, right? So pretty much what they're telling us is they're sold on the young core and they're going to build around them. They're going to add to that. Magic shut down any trade talks as soon as the guy asked him the question about potentially trading somebody from this core for a star. He said, we're not going to talk about it. But it's almost like a stern no, right? They can't really talk about it, but it was like, dude, you're out of your mind. This young core, we're keeping it for a while. So, and they made statements to back that up, like saying, hey, our success isn't based off of just this summer. We're also looking at 2019, and we're going to find a way to succeed, whether we get free agents or not. At the end of the day, that's their decision. Why do I think this is the right mindset to have and to approach it this way? This is why, guys, because before them, Mitch and Jim, they were hit or miss. They were basically, we're going to, try to swing for the fences and free agency, and that's what our success is going to be based upon. That is no longer the case, guys. Magic and Rob continue to build with the young core and by adding solid veteran pieces. They also talked about how some of these players, some of these veterans are going to take a hard look at to bring them back, right, via free agency. So we might already have some players on the team that might get re-signed for the right price. So they're going to take a hard look at them, and we already know some of those players who they are. But they talked about, Lonzo a lot. They said they want him to improve. They want him to improve big time. They said they're not going to change Lonzo's shot. So that's good to hear, because we all saw what happened with Markelle Fultz, right? But they did challenge everybody to improve their free throws. They said everybody better hit the gym and improve their free throws, because Magic was highly disappointed, as we all were. So it was a hard season free throw shooting wise to watch, right? But another something else that just broke is that we are not trading this pick. Based on what Rob Pelinka and Magic Johnson said, they worked hard to get a draft pick in this draft, so they're high on some players. We know that. We have our pick ended up being the 25th. So remember, we drafted Kyle Kuzma 27th, and we also got Josh Hart 30th last season, I believe, right? Or was it 29th? I'm not sure. But pretty much what they're saying is, hey, look, we like the draft. We like what we did with the draft this year. They won the draft with all the young talent they got. And what they're saying is, hey, we're not trading this pick. We're really excited about the draft. That's the first thing they said they were going to focus on, was the draft. Rob Pelinka is going to go overseas to scout some players, and then they're going to come back and focus on the ones from here, from the United States. But pretty much, man, we're keeping this draft pick. So I'm definitely dropping a video about what are the top 5 players that the Lakers should look at, in my opinion, over the next couple of days. So I'm going to be I'm put together some clips, and I got you guys, man. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. I got you all summer long. But like I said, they mentioned July 2019, as they're not just focused on this summer. So they're in it for the long haul, meaning I doubt we're going to trade anybody from the young core. They were really impressed. They couldn't emphasize enough how impressed they were. So we're learning a lot based off of these exit interviews, man. The one thing I love about Magic and Rob is they're very transparent. They let you know what they're thinking. Yes, they're going for free agents, but it's not the end-all, be-all if they miss. We're still striving for success, and they're really high on this young core. Like I said, they mentioned how they want Lonzo to be more aggressive next season. They really want him to attack. They weren't disappointed in him at all. They love his playmaking, and he makes players better. Just like I've been mentioning in the past videos, I mean, Lonzo is extremely good, and he's going to continue to get better, and he's going to be one of the main reasons free agents come here, right? However, they do want him to get more aggressive, and even though Magic mentioned he doesn't want him to always look to score, he does want him to, every time he gets a lane, put his head down and try to finish at the basket and just be more aggressive, man. So, wow, it's just – but, yeah, I mean, there's good news, because Magic Johnson basically shut down any young core trade talks. The way he just shunned that question was amazing to watch, man. I think we're thinking alike, us and Magic and Rob, and we're in good hands, guys. Like I said, it's good to know that if plan A doesn't work, plan B, C are in effect, and we're going to look to improve one way or another. So I love hearing that they don't measure their success next season based on what they did this summer. So there's always hope there, man. But yeah, like I said, the breaking news was that Lonzo Kuzma will not play in the summer league. Another thing, Luke Walton is here to stay, guys. So we can put to bed any rumors of him getting fired, regardless of free agency. They're extremely high on Luke Walton. Magic mentioned how he built a relationship with him this season, and they're like I said, they're high on him. And so we're gonna have to start embracing Luke, and we're gonna live through the painful mistakes he makes. Hopefully, he continues to learn and get better, because he did a little bit at the end of the season. If you guys saw my grading video, like I mentioned, for the first 2/3 of the season, I was going to give him an F, but he really improved a little bit towards the end of the season. Like I said, the last third, once he stopped playing Tyler Ennis and Isaiah Thomas together, and he started making better decisions, like letting Kuzma close and putting the ball in his hands at the end of the season, then his grade raised for me to a D+. But we're going to need a lot more from him, at least a C+ average moving forward, because we count on our head coach. So he is here to stay. So at least we know that, there's no uncertainty, no rumors, nothing. They shut all that down. He's here to stay for many years. But yeah, man, that's pretty much, I wanted to come to you guys before I go get ready for work with this video, because like I said, we now know the direction they're going in. We know that we're building around the young core, number one. Number two, we're drafting. This draft, it looks like we're going to keep our pick. They did not mention potentially trading it at all. They said they're excited for the draft, so they might already have some players in mind. I already have some players in mind. I'll be dropping that video soon. Thing number three, they're really going to rely on Lonzo, Kyle Kuzma, Ingram, all these guys to be more vocal. They want them to be more vocal as leaders. They really want them to step up. And like they said, hey, greatness is in your hands. How great you guys want to be, that's going to depend on the young players. They have all the resources at hand, and it's up to them to work this summer. They called it one of the most important summers of Lonzo Ball's life, and I quote, that's what Lonzo said. So pretty much, man, it's just I'm excited for the offseason, guys. Like I said, I'll be providing all kinds of content. I got a list coming up of the top players I think we should take with that 25th pick, and let me know what you guys think. I'll head over to the comment section. How to get all that off my chest, man. Very interesting. Also, breaking news. Looks like Kawhi Leonard is about to play in the first round. So that's going to be interesting for playoff purposes. They just all of a sudden elevate themselves as contenders in the West, even though I still don't think they're going to get out of it. But at least they might knock off some teams. So very encouraging exit interview. I agree. I agree, brother. He said, drop a mix for the draft pick. I'll be dropping a list video of my top 5 picks. I'm dropping for sure. But appreciate it, man. He said, would you offer Isaiah Thomas a decently big contract if we don't sign anyone big this offseason? I recommend watching the Book of Isaiah Part 2. It's a really good video of Isaiah's life. I would drop a 1-year deal just as a cap filler if we need to. But I don't know if he's going to make anywhere upwards of what he wants to make. I mean, the deal I would give Isaiah Thomas would be like a 1-year, $10 million offer at best, simply because of his injuries. So that injury history keeps piling up. His value keeps decreasing. You don't want to overpay, even if it is on a 1-year deal, because then you're capped out and you can't improve your roster in other areas, right? But they looked at LiAngelo. I saw that. Yeah, they're definitely checking him out. I mean, I never rule out the option of them giving him a 2-way contract, but again, I'm not sure if I want the drama. They did address LeVar in this podium today, and they pretty much said they're not worried about him. Their focus is on Lonzo. So maybe they will take a gamble. I don't know. I think they would have to be really impressed by his play when they scout him. So I don't know. Dan, I don't think PG is coming. OKC can offer money and he's playing with Westbrook. That's exactly why I think he's coming. NorCal Supercharger. If you noticed, I've been mentioning this all season long. Anytime we talk about the Thunder, we don't mention Carmelo or Paul George. They mainly talk about Russell Westbrook. So that's one of the main reasons he's coming, because Russ. And you can see the storyline is Russell Westbrook averages a triple-double for the second year in his career. And Paul George is shooting all-time low numbers. So I think it's better for him to get the heck out of Dodge and just come to LA, come to your hometown. Rather have Tyreke Evans. Tyreke would be a good pickup. I like him a lot, especially if he could, buy into the 6-man role. He's athletic, versatile, great handles, can get to the basket, and has now become an improved 3-point shooter. So, yeah, that is an interesting prospect to look at. Also going to be dropping top free agents, based on the outcome of the draft type videos. I got you guys all summer long, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Been working overtime, guys. I've been putting in work. Dan, what if we get offered Devin Booker for Kuz straight up? Would you take it? Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. You know what? I love Kuz, man, but Devin Booker is also special, and he's guaranteed to be special already. I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 on that. I prefer to keep Kuz. However, I would not like to be making that decision. Good question, by the way. Can't wait to see your draft list. Must keep Randall. He must work on going left and right. Yeah, man, I think we're keeping Randall for sure. They're very high on him. Walton wants him back, and since Walton is a part of the future, they're going to take his input into consideration. That is why he is coming. Exactly, Kevin. I feel you, bro. I think PG is in. I think PG is in the door already, man. How about signing Ariza, Favors, Tyreke Evans, and keeping the young core, re-signing Randall? Now, something like that can happen. I mean, something like that is very likely. Like they said, if they strike out in free agency, they're still looking to build, right? Like they think this young core, they think the world of them, just like we do. So we're on the same page. I don't remember the last time that Laker fans were this much on the same page with the front office. So I'm very excited. The last time was probably when Jerry West was building championships here. So I think they're building something special, and I completely trust them because everything that has come out of their mouth has been on par with my thoughts. So I'm super excited for this summer, and let's see what we can accomplish, man. They weren't scouting LiAngelo. Their focus was on the Lithuanian Tadas Sedekariskis. I'm not sure. I probably butchered that name, but yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know who they were scouting. The rumor says that they were scouting LiAngelo. So we'll see. He said Westbrook's stat padding is not attractive for his fellow players. I agree. Even Carmelo has kind of like subliminally complained about it, like under the table. He basically making a joke of it, but said that sometimes he wants to get Russell Westbrook out of the way and grab the rebound. But yeah, I mean, they pretty much say he steals rebounds and stuff like that. So that's never good, especially when they're not winning as much. See, winning cures everything, but as soon as they start losing, or if they lose early in the playoffs, they're going to start pointing the fingers, and that's when, you know, relationships go sour, you know, especially with strong personalities. You can see Russell Westbrook is the alpha there, and he has a strong personality type that, like, don't tell me nothing, like, you know, do your job type of personality. Like, he has a big caution symbol in front of him every time you probably approach him. If I'm the teammate, even though he acts friendly when they're winning and stuff, but like I said, winning cures all. All right, LA Forever says, I don't think PG-13 is coming too. I agree with NorCal Supercharger. The Thunder problem is Carmelo. If they get rid of his contract and keep PG-13 and Russ, they are going to be set. I mean, are they going to be set, bro? Because I have to disagree. The West is stacked, and all they really have is PG and Westbrook. They have no bench. Steven Adams, you're not going to be able to count on him to score in the playoffs. I mean, they're going to be set to lose in the first round for the next couple of years to come. On top of that, Sam Presti has proven he can't build a contender. Every time he has the right players, he trades them away because he doesn't want to overpay over the salary. That is not a franchise I would want to waste my time with if I'm Paul George. Very similar to how Chris Paul didn't want to no longer waste his time with the Clippers. He gave him enough time, and he lost his prime because of it. Why not come to a team that's actually ascending upwards, and it so happens to be your home team, and it so happens to be that you're going to be the guy. So there's so many things against him to stay in Oklahoma City that he'd really have to be, quote unquote, loyal in order to stay. And there's no loyalty in today's league, man. You got to do what's best for you and your family. But yeah, I respect your point of view, man. You know your basketball. So if you think he's not coming, then we'll see. But everybody has a point of view. I think he's not staying in Oklahoma City. Even if he doesn't come here, he's not staying in Oklahoma City. Unless they like miraculously make a run to the Western Conference Finals with no bench, and he plays a major part in that. I really doubt it. Brandon Ingram is going to be scary next year. Yes, especially with the pressure that Magic and Rob put on him to throw on some muscle and put on some weight on all the young core. So if they actually live up to the expectations and they go ahead and get stronger just like Magic wanted, then yes, I definitely feel it. He said they would use the money from Melo to sign either bench assets or sign another star. Here's the thing. Melo's making a lot of money. You think he's going to opt out? Or do you think anybody's going to trade for him? I highly doubt it. It'd have to be a desperate team. They're pretty much stuck, man. Melo's going to opt in. Like, he's going to opt in and get that guaranteed cash because anywhere he goes, the market is dry right now. Nobody's going to give him the type of money he's making for the next year. Unless he doesn't care about the money, he just wants to contend somewhere. So other than that, yeah, I think Melo is definitely going to be a Thunder, and Paul George is not. Also, you guys are going to hear a hot take from me right now. I feel like Russell Westbrook has an option at the end of next season, or I'm not sure if his contract ends or something like that. But either way, I think he's going to be a free agent in 2019. My take is that if Oklahoma City hasn't built a contender around him, he's going to leave. And I don't know for what team. He's probably going to go to a super team somewhere, try to win a championship. But even the fieriest of competitors eventually get tired of putting the team on their back. It starts hurting, and they get tired of it. So they're going to want to link forces. So like I said, if they can't build that contender, I predict that Russell Westbrook will leave in free agency 2019. I don't have any prediction where he's going to go, but I really, really do believe he's leaving. OKC has become a dumpster fire. That team is not built around Westbrook. What type of build? Paul George is severely hampered. I'm not sure what you mean, bro, but yeah, it is a dumpster fire right now. I agree. Dan, OKC or Utah? Whoever has home court advantage slightly. But I'm going with Utah because of the bench depth. I think they have more depth on their team, and I think it's going to take an amazing season, amazing playoff run by Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo. All three of them have to be on the same page, just going off night in and night out in order for them to advance in any playoff series, because their bench is thin, man. Their best bench player, who is it? Raymond Felton? Like, seriously, you cannot. The playoffs, 7-game series, teams figure you out. They take away your strengths, then you have to counter with a bench. And if you don't have a bench and you don't have that wild card that just goes off, then it's really tough to advance in the playoffs. And I feel like Utah has a solid bench. Nothing too special, but they're solid. Mitchell has to go off. I agree with that. I'm not sure how Mitchell's going to do, being that he's a rookie. But if the regular season is any indication, he's going to be off the charts. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make a quick little video for you guys to, keep you up to date. I'll be doing this all summer. Anything breaks, I got you guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the grades video and the mix. I got a lot more coming up within the next couple of weeks. So keep it locked right here, guys. Everything Lakers, you know what it is. And enjoy the playoffs, guys. I'm going to be probably recapping a couple of games here and there. I'll be dropping in. So, yeah, stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys soon.